Welcome one and all to the return of Elspeth von Draken. We are now, as shown in episode 1, I did find a couple mods for Elspeth specifically, just to change her faction color on the map, as well as the sigil here, the flag. So, we do have that going for us now.
Dark Lady.
Now, I did not receive any suggestion or request to do this in any particular way, so I think I'm gonna try to abuse
A grave task.
the map. I don't know. That's very, very painful. Interesting. Well, we can go for a straight siege on the undead. What kind of map do I have? Let me... Yeah, that's, not really great terrain. I believe this would be the high ground. Yeah, so I might be able to hold them, like, back on this line, but then there would still be a lot of flanks. And, I mean, given that force that they can flank with, it's gonna be very, very dangerous. I think I actually am gonna go for the settlement.
The winds urge us away. Wielder of the pale scythe.
Hopefully this works. Yep. Alright, now if I siege, like if I build the equipment, I'm guessing they're gonna sally out. Just because they do have a victory in the auto-resolve. Actually, no, it was a Pyrrhic victory for me, so they would have a defeat in the auto. So if they have the defeat in an auto-resolve, then in that case I think I will siege them at least for one turn. I build a couple ladders, I guess, or one tower. Go for a couple ladders. Actually, go for 3.
Bring them death.
There we go. Alright. We'll see how this goes.
Their end is inevitable.
Hopefully we'll be able to smooth out the wrinkles from the first episode. Help take care of most of the undead in the area. Gonna try and build up as well as we can. Also, the Arbol campaign is nearing its short victory conditions. Let me know if you'd like me to continue that any further, but because of the crashes that I'm still having with that series, chances are I'm gonna be considering going for an old world campaign.
No, I will not.
If you ask me for a piece,
Leave.
yeah, it pretty much guarantees that, yeah, you're gonna do that. Okay. Now, okay, you could raise dead. I was gonna say, there's no way that you're allowed to recruit, but he is allowed to raise dead still, so that might be why it is now a valiant defeat for me. However, this map is different. Should we try it over here this time? Alright, let's see if my overconfidence is going to be too much. I mean, there is no other... Like, I have a full 20 stack now, so there's simply no other way if I can't win this other than to just wait for the army to come outside the settlement. Which I'm not too sure when that would be. That's just waiting for the AI, so that's not something that I would like to do if I can avoid it. Do have their reinforcements coming in on that side. So, yeah, the attempt that I made here, it would be easier with the stronger infantry that I have now. Well, I only have 1 unit of additional infantry. However, the biggest problem with that is because I have a larger army, it's going to require more space for everybody to actually, like, get good shots off and good positioning and whatnot. So I am going to issue my commands. Okay, so this actually, hello. I thought that it would just be, oh, I see what happened. Okay. So the garrison in the settlement actually is not the one that is attacking me. It's actually that tiny little necromancer with his, I think like he had 4 units or something. Yeah, so that's why these guys are coming in as reinforcements. Otherwise, this would be the entire stack that I'm facing here. And 2 minutes on that. So that... Oh, I don't have any cavalry. Darn it. I was going to say, if I had cavalry, then I could provoke those beginning units to start the fight before they get their reinforcements. However, without any cav, I'm going to have to rely on the artillery to get their attention. You definitely want to make sure you are below the cannon, okay? Now, let's do that. And... I mean, may as well. There we go. Keep all of the handgunners here to just shred anything that's coming up through this main side here. You might not be in such a good position. You have better range, don't you? You have 145. No, they have the same range. How much further forward can you go? Alright. I really wish that there was like some way to see what this clipping was at, because just having to move it around can get very tedious. Alright. Now my free company, I'm going to have... Put one there. These two are going to be back here just to ward off the bats, pretty much. And then I can move them around wherever I need them. Likely going to be flanking around this side. That said, facing that way, one line of spears, and one in here. That unit will be seen once they get close enough. There we go. Hopefully they're gonna see this unit in the woods and then just hit them rather than coming in here. If it's the dogs, they're gonna charge straight through. I've definitely been getting screwed over in most of these battles just by the AI pulling its cavalry through units, which is, in my opinion, one of the biggest problems in this game. Like with the AI, just the fact that it can do that. You know, like it can issue 100 little clicks in a second. It can just pull through no matter what. Granted, it's doing less damage to the unit that's holding its back, that's holding it off. You know, it would be easier for them to just charge straight into the unit here and then kill this and then pull through, or and then push through after he's dead. You know, or just, you know, send one unit or something to finish chasing off the routing unit. But to just pull everything through one unit, it firstly doesn't issue an attack order. Obviously, you're just pulling the unit through to get behind them. So it's you don't get any charge bonus or anything like that, and they will be braced. So it's gonna go worse for anything charging in. It's just the sheer number of units that, you know, they're hitting you with. All the number of dogs that they have, as well as the Black Knights and all the bats. Like, it's not, I don't know, it definitely feels like an abuse of a system. Now you... Do I want these lads further back? They are anti-large as well. It's tough to know which side the dogs and the Black Knights are gonna go on.
Swordsman!
You gonna chill over here. I do also want to get a quick look at this unit because that is part of the
By Ulrich's wrath!
part of wow, I'm having a real loss for words here. I'm trying to think about the formation too much, I guess. They're part of the something. The first part of that mod is just so confusing. Like the first name of it, it's the Empire Knightly Order mod. It's like Gators or Graders or I don't know. It's a weird name. Anyway.
We must be triumphant!
Hello. Very, very nice armor. Knights of Moor. Or they're the Black Guard actually. They're not Knights of Moor, are they? Yeah, they're just Black Guard. Okay. Knights of Moor are the cavalry. Okay. Now, also, you should have a bit more survivability when it comes to melee. The mod for Elspeth also changes her aesthetics. As you can see, she has a different outfit in. Looking lovely. And I personally rather her having hair. Just personal preference. I mean, nothing wrong. You know, please don't take offense if you are bald or just have short hair or something. You know, shouldn't feel bad. It's just for a character like this, in regards to her lore, she should have more hair. That's all. Alrighty. That's enough babbling. Let's get underway with the pain. Yeah.
This battle is but a fraction of the greater struggle. Yet I know that this skirmish must also be won, for every victory is crucial.
Here's hoping we do alright. Gonna be a couple minutes until they come in. Like I said, I don't have any cavalry to initiate that fight. If I could just run over there and charge them really quick and run away, I would, just to get those 4 units over here sooner rather than later. Alright. They're mobilizing, yep. Okay. Well, we'll see if this hill works any better than the other one. Should probably have the mortars facing that way. There we go. Let us see. We do have quite the grouping on the left. Yep. Yeah. AI is going to go for a nice big old wide line. Come on, undead bastards. My artillery is actually shooting. Alright, let's go ahead. Have you target the biggest blob, please. You can attack. Don't know what those dogs are doing. There was a unit of Grave Guard from the garrison. Hello, there it is. You are not yet in range for that. The Black Knights I don't see, actually. Where are they? Are they with this pack of dogs? Nope, these are all just dogs. I do not know where the Black Knights are, and it is concerning. Okay, that's concerning. Don't think we're gonna get this as I want it. They're gonna... yeah, they're just going for a full surround. My god. Okay. I mean, you know, it's a good strat. That's, you know, as a player, that is what I would do. It's just, as an AI, it's really frustrating because you're not You're supposed to make the game fun, you know? Not supposed to play like a player. I think I will do that there. Space them out more. And I think I'm gonna have to move them over that way. It's just the bats still, like, they are, I don't know, maybe the AI, UI, whatever changes have already been made, and that's why I'm just struggling so hard. The AI is already smarter than I thought it was. That was a great salvo. Loved that damage.
Spearman! The helmet hammer! Slayer!
Dogs have pulled back.
Be obeyed!
Stay there.
My goddess Sigmar!
Yep. Doing some weird stuff over there. Alright. Where is this mortar shooting? On the bright side, it looks like the infantry is definitely gonna take the damage. Like, that really is the biggest trouble, is all of the dogs. Like, if all of these dogs were just zombies and skeletons, this battle would be so much easier. Granted, it would still be difficult, but yeah, much easier. Let's have you go for that unit of zombies, I guess. They're the most healthy, the second most healthy. The cannon can keep on firing at whoever you feel like. I just want the biggest blobs of infantry first. And you... I think I need you to rotate that way.
Militia!
Yeah, there aren't any bats straight overhead this way. Where? Two bats over there, the other bats over there.
Mage of death.
Free
There's the bats.
company! For Heldenhammer! Shoot them!
Wow. Alright, I just gotta make sure that the bats didn't close in all at the same time. Looks, okay, so there are two bats actually still way out in the center. The Hellstorm, I think I'm confident in the guns to finish that off. The Hellstorm, I think I want to change this way. Where? That's the cannon. Where's the Hellstorm? There it is. That is not going to work to shoot over that way. These should have been in the opposite position. You are going to have to rotate this way. You are going to rotate this way. Yeah, make sure that the Hellstorm is on the highest altitude. Just don't want that thing going down. That's... I'm very nervous.
We obey!
That's why. That was a very, very strange choice. This. Oh, hey, I found the Black Knights. Okay, so they're still back there. You, actually, the cannon. Start ripping into them. Hellstorm. Hellstorm should actually still change positions. The Great Cannon. So if the Hellstorm... Never mind. It's just going to be too difficult to change. Leave the cannon there. You... Actually... I'm going to swap that way. Just on the off chance you fire a missile too low, you don't do anything like that again. Because that's definitely not going to assist anybody. There are no more bats over here on this side. So you can move up and turn to the side, prepare for anything like that. You are now... I don't know how far these units are going to go around me. Can turn that way. Or, seriously, like, look at that. That is 100% bullshit. For crying out loud.
I go.
Wait, okay, where are those dogs going? What? What in the fuck is happening? Alright, I just need to take a breath. Okay. 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 What worms are in your brain? This fucking like that. It's what were you trying to do? Like that would have been, I mean, really fucking annoying to hit my gunners like that, which they did do. But they weren't even hitting the gunners. The gunners just routed because they were near them. Unit causes fear. That's why it debilitates leadership. That was difficult to say. Debilitates. My tongue is debilitated. You should have enough leadership to rally again. Oh my goodness. Alright. Now, another problem here, and I did have this problem with my other formation over there, is the mortars killing my own troops. So, you lot, change over there. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say that you have some brain worms. Are you able to shoot? No? Okay. I don't know what's happening over there. Definitely want to get these cannon shots into that cluster, though. You have no buffs or anything to provide, okay. You... I'm gonna turn that way. Gonna kill him. Alright, we need to nuke the leadership. So we have 2 lords, 1 hero. Let's drop this on... I don't know who's gonna break first. I mean, it would be this unit here. They're turning around now.
Spearmen! Sigmar calls! Our weapons are yours! We obey! And gunners! Quickly! Yes, sir! Keep your hands down!
Hey, there they are. Okay. Yep, that giant ass cluster is no longer stuck. Oh, okay. Damn it. Okay. Go distract the bats. You are indeed aiming that way. Start start shooting that lord. Actually, if you have a good chance of killing that man, then do it. You can shoot in there, you can shoot overhead, you are gonna move over there, you are gonna... I need help over here. That way.
The Dark Lady of Knowledge. For Nome! Doom take thee!
And gunners!
I was about to say, the second I move that infantry out, are you really gonna go all the way around? Dogs? Oh, the dogs, oh, the dogs, oh, the dogs. Where?
The graveyard rose.
Free company! For the comet! Ready! Moving! Yes, my lord!
Can you really not see any target? Are you fucking kidding me, guys? Shoot.
Guns up now! By forge and firearm!
Yep.
Withdraw!
Alright. Oh my god. Thankfully I still have quite a bit more
Free
magic.
company! For the Warhammer! Ready for war! Swordsman!
Elspeth von Draken.
Sigma!
The vampire, of course, was able to just run through everything here. Alright, yeah. This is just too much of a mob in here now.
Swordsman! Attack!
Yeah. It was going very well for a minute.
Elspeth von Draken.
Yes, sir! Sigma preserve us!
Alrighty, so it looks to be like, I'm just gonna say that the AI changes have been put into place, and this fight is just not winnable, just because of the dogs. If all those dogs were infantry, definitely winnable. Yeah, alright. Call it. I could dish out some more pain, but I would take a lot more pain than I'd be able to dish out at that point. All my guns were silenced. Or too many of them to matter, anyway. Hopefully, based off of the health pools, I am able to keep these units because I conceded defeat. So, we'll see. So far, this battle did technically work out in my favor, so long as I just don't, end up having anyone wiped out once we get back to the campaign map. It will, however, because I left, pull me off the siege, so. Nope, we did end up losing one of those. Alright. Yeah, it's just far, far too many fast movers. Nothing I can do against all the mobility. That is one of the vampire's most dangerous assets. They got no guns, but they got a lot of options to run around you. And it definitely works. It's very upsetting. Campaign movement range and tradable resources. Fantastic.
You dare
Did you do something on that? Okay, I was hoping that the greenskins were at war with them as well, but no.
Elspeth
You
von
did
Draken.
not. You were just an inch away from replenishing. I don't know what that man is
foresee
doing.
Great suffering.
Like, really? Really? That's your retreat zone. Okay. Yeah, so we just have to let this army leave the settlement. I can't do anything about these dogs. I have to hit this army by itself.
Lady of Shaiish.
It's infuriating.
You join the
Alright,
host
what are
of
we
the
gonna do? What are we gonna
graveyard
do?
rose.
Lost the mortar. Do I want to get a mortar back, or do I want to get something else? I could go for archers, however, I'm only going to do that for a Hunts Marshal, I think. Otherwise, I'll be
Wielder
using
of
the
the
majority of
pale
crossbows. We'll do that. Increase your melee capabilities. Give you a little bit more survivability. Get that Soul Blight buffed up. Actually, do I have enough skill points? I might have enough skill points to jump into the upgraded magic. Triggers when casting a spell, sure. Oh, okay, yeah, I do get one of these. So that's very expensive. That's very expensive as well. That's overcast? Okay, so how much for the base version, please? I don't... Okay, so the base version is 18. I don't know why the hell I can only see the upgraded version here. It's still better than 19. Purple Sun is going to hit multiple units, whereas the Fate of Buna will deal more damage to a single unit. It's just this is going to be best for the blobs.
Add it to my collection.
Hopefully, gonna work out for us. Get some better range on you. Pop a few more zombies before they get too close.
Amethyst
I do have one.
Magistrix.
Okay, I don't like to build a second army until after like turn 15 or 20.
For
However,
Verena and Nuln.
I'm gonna do this. Hello. Grand Marshal Erkstein is the Grand Marshal of the Reichsguard, I believe. Do I want him or an Archlector? Those are some great buffs. 35. Okay, yeah, he's better in melee. I knew that that was going to be the case. It's just like the Grand Soulfire is definitely a nice thing. What would I be actually?
Amethyst Mage.
I was about to be really scummy and try to attack him with the garrison.
Wielder of the Pale Scythe.
Alright. Construction cost. Schematics. Let's go for the schematics because the sooner we can get
New knowledge
those
is
other
crucial
units,
for
the
our
better.
elucidation.
What is that? Warrior Priest of Tal. Okay. Horned Hunters. Nice. We also have the Knights of the White Wolf. These guys are for Middenheim. The Soldiers of Tal are for Talabecland.
Rider of the Dragon.
Let us... I think I will go with the Grand Marshal here.
The nation calls.
Only going to be able to get one unit in here, but still, it should be better than nothing. Grab a gun. Why not?
Dark Lady of
Alright,
Nuln.
wish me luck. What is happening? Okay, there we go. I tabbed out, and so I couldn't see this changing anymore. It was just stuck at 4. I, for a second, thought it was frozen. I was just like, oh my god, no! This cannot be a crash. Got issues on Arbol. This campaign should be good. After the Arbol series ends, by the way, the next one to take its place will be much more restrictive with the mods. Like I said, I want to do an old world campaign. Thank you very much for helping me, Everland. I will be doing an old world campaign. You're at war with them. You died. Well, I mean, thanks, I guess, for kamikazing yourself. Faction destroyed. What? You died as well? Did you just go to war with all those greenskins? Yes, you did.
This is impudence.
Okay, tables turned in my favor.
Amethyst Guardian.
Mystery meat. There we go.
Bring them.
Seeing as I did recruit you, I will make sure that you get some. Hello. Make sure that you get some experience. Thank you very much for your support and assistance there, greenskins. Never thought I'd be saying that in an Empire campaign. But the enemy of my enemy is indeed my friend, even if I pray for both of their deaths. Occupy that. Alright, there's one undead down. We are making progress, even if it is painful.
Yes, my lord. Move!
Run over there. Now, I am also no longer at war with anyone. That is true, is it not? Indeed. Okay, so hop in diplomacy. I can make no quick deals. Fair enough. You were at war with that man. I'm surprised you're not at war with the Changeling. I think that's Sterland? Yeah, oh my goodness. Sterland is at war with everybody. There was, if I remember, another undead faction over here at the beginning of the campaign, so I guess got wiped out and confederated by Sylvania. Talabecland is also not at war with anyone. You are the only one with enemies, really. Now, nothing over there, one over there, okay. Who is this Venom at? No one. None of us are at war with anyone over here. Alright then, that's not at all what I was expecting. I will have to take them out. This...
For Verena and Nuln.
To the provinces.
Kinda want to disband him just for the added upkeep that I would get. However, I think I'm just gonna roll with him.
Amethyst Mage.
Let's get 2 of those, just because I am actually throwing you into combat.
The Graveyard Rose.
Wine, income from all buildings. How fantastic. You have a lovely wine market. You, I don't have an infantry building over here, do I? No, I don't. Do I want to put an infantry building over here? I could. Could also get more income. Let me grab some income over here. And I'm gonna hold off on that now. I think I might actually grab this one. If I built this again, would I get... Yeah, unit capacity, it would increase it again. Okay. Do I want to get another Black Guard? Kind of, honestly. It's either that, or I will go for infantry. I mean, we can do this, I guess, to play with the Spartan units as well. Not going to be able to show them off too much until I have enough upkeep to sustain an army, really. Alright. Did I get enough? 88. No, I did not. One more level and I'll be able to increase the tier of the gunnery school. Get access to some better buffs and bonuses, upgrades, units, and all that jazz. So the Black Venom Pit will be the next target that we take out. Mr. Furt Muckracker. or Scragga Gork's Chosen. Those are some interesting names. Greenskins always have the best names, in my opinion. And when I say the best, I mean the funniest. Okay, okay. Is that Vlad already? No, that's Raze. That's Beastman. Ostermark is already gone. I'm guessing that's Draken, yeah. So, by the way, unlike the Emperor, pardon me, unlike the Emperor who needs fealty and whatnot, we do confederate just normally like any other faction. However, the Imperial authority is still something that we do need. And this is definitely something I want to go for.
Amethyst Guardian.
Settlement first, I guess?
So,
Only makes sense, right? You...
moving on! The Empire.
You know what?
Stinking humans say you no.
I could have just joined those dwarves of war. Made them like me more.
For Garena and Nuln. Rejection as
How many
I
are in that
foresaw.
garrison? 9,
I ain't doing that.
5,
You're
this is
not
11.
right
That's a
there.
fort though, so that's going to be a an actual challenge. This
I'd rather eat a squeak.
11 stack
What does the Emperor bid?
would be very painful, and you cannot force march.
Yes, a sound
You
plan.
can actually force march into the garrison. Okay.
Lady of Shaiish. For
I might
Nuln,
still be too
for
cocky,
the
gonna be honest.
Empire. Their end is inevitable.
Might be putting myself in a very bad position. I'm thinking this settlement might
Raise our
might get
standards
overrun, is
here.
why I'm going back on my my thoughts here. If it does fall though, we are gonna make you die defending it.
Ready. It is time.
Income from all buildings. Where's the growth? There it is. Let's also
Amethyst
grab.
Magistrix.
I forgot. There was a reason why I wasn't doing anything on that. Upgrade here. Now I can get crossbows, halberds, and these are the actual good units for Sparta. These guys are the same as those base electric count troops. Really just mob filler infantry. Not something that's going to do very well at holding the line.
Von Draken, wielder of the Pale Scythe.
Let's do that. Upkeep. You. Oh. Painful day for me. You don't seem to have anything to buff your research rate. Yeah, that's painful for me. Alright. Just because I personal preference, I just have...
I must keep my weakness for arcane trinkets in check.
yeah, you don't have it either. Okay, well. I guess research is going to be a little bit slower in this campaign than I would like. What are you going to do, Scragga? I will likely be ending, actually, the episode after my next turn. Yes, after my next turn. Thankfully, we are definitely in a better position. We finished off this province, so that's good. Going to be dealing with him once we get this fort occupied. Hopefully we'll be able to initiate friendly relations with the dwarves. They will be very happy that we're killing the greenskins. If they end up taking the settlement, I won't be bothered at all. I don't care who holds the fort, honestly, as long as the fort is held by an ally of mine or someone who will defend the Empire, pretty much. It's the only requirement I have. It will also then allow me to push towards Vlad. I definitely want to wipe Vlad out as fast as possible. Allowing the vampires to build up is almost never a good idea. And the speed at which the Empire and those elector counts are falling is rather frightening. Okay, well, that's actually that's not as bad as it could have been. If an elector count falls to an elector count, it sucks, but at the same time, I get these benefits as long as these settlements are controlled by an empire faction, so it's not the worst thing in the world. There is another vampire over here. Alrighty. Scragga has not done anything, so you... Thankfully, I'm not taking attrition in this territory. Did
Yes,
get
my
that
lord.
corruption
My
down
Sigma's
far
right.
enough. Hello there.
Get off, kid!
Just goblin spam. That's,
Amethyst Mage.
you know, fair enough. That does the job most of the time.
Heed my voice, or fear the amethyst wind.
Okay. What? You take attrition. Oh, I'm such a fool. Yeah, immune to vampiric attrition. Alright.
To the provinces.
Go back
I will
over there.
marshal the band.
Jump in there, get the full replenishment.
Rider of the Dragon incarnate.
And
What does the
we
Emperor
will
bid?
do this. Now, I have both of these, that's good. Okay, now I can grab something from here. We do also have... Never mind, I thought that... some settlements will have knightly orders, that's what I was looking for. The knightly order is obviously a specific building made from the mod. It just buffs these specific units. Not always the same units, it depends on what settlement it is, what elector count, and what those units might be. As you can see, not all settlements have them. I was under the impression from my memory that a lot of minor settlements do, but it is, as apparently not all of them, so there's that. On the bright hand, on the other hand, we can now increase
The
our income.
graveyard
It's
roams.
always a benefit. Pour all the money you can into your infrastructure is definitely
Lady of Shaiish.
my advice. Want your infrastructure as strong as possible, as early as possible. I'm going to put growth in here as well, because it's only 2 settlements. It won't be receiving as much growth as a settlement or a province like this, whereas each individual settlement provides growth. Two settlement or 2 region provinces just build up slower. That was the end of the turn. Very quick turn. Going to be the end of the episode once we get back to my turn, and we will start next episode, likely with the siege
Your
of
holds are points of
Fort
order
Saul.
in a sea of chaos.
trade. Yes, I'm so happy that you want to be friends. I was remembering my Wood Elf campaign. All of the dwarfs around us hated us. It was very annoying. Then again, I was playing as Durthu, so most dwarfs hate Durthu. Dwarfs have a lot of issues, though, to be fair. They're very cranky. I don't know if we'll have full replenishment. We might want to wait one more turn.
Empire is
This
torn
faction, though, is
asunder,
still building up. I
and
think
you
he's still
distract
recruiting.
me with this pettiness.
No longer at war with anyone. You, seriously? Why? Seriously, like, CA? Anyone feel like making a comment as to where the logic in this decision is coming from? He has greenskins to the left, he has ogres to his south, he has the entirety of the Southlands controlled by greenskins. I promise you there are greenskins here, ogres all along this area, and greenskins over here. Or over here, actually. This is dwarf. Currently, anyway. Why in the fuck are you picking a fight with me? And because he is declaring war on me, I have no say in it. But because I'm now at war with a dwarf, all the dwarfs are gonna like me less. Does seem like Karak Norn just assaulted that fort. This is thankfully not deteriorating. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Stunted asshole. Little cranky. Maybe more than a little. Okay, we have a dwarf mineshaft. Is this yours? Is this yours? You doing that to me? Income from all buildings plus 10%. Local region. Okay, not the province, just the region. So just this settlement alone. Settlement owner, tradable resources produced. Don't have any tradable resources produced in this settlement, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect me at all. However, this provides a garrison. Okay, well, I have miners helping me out, I guess. If the dwarves ever attack me, they'll deal with their own kind. Alright. That's very upsetting, though.
Shaiish blows me thither.
Alright, well, gonna have to deal with this Fort Soul. I might try and gift that fort to one of the dwarves just to increase their favorability and their feelings towards me, because being at war with this man and having to kill him is definitely going to make them like me less. It's also incredibly frustrating because I'm supposed to be over here fighting the vampires. Very annoyed right now.
Approach us, friend.
Unfortunately, the AI does not think like an empire. It just thinks
Welcome,
about
men of the
total
Empire.
war.
All
And, you know,
found.
given the game that I'm playing, I do understand it. You know, I'm not saying that I don't understand the AI's, you know, stance. I'm just saying that it's upsetting, that's all.
Welcome, my countrymen.
By Sigmar's will.
And military access with
Come
them?
then.
Sure.
Only Sigma's got.
Welcome, Mike.
Aye.
Defensive alliance? Not yet. Okay. They are at 17 for peace. So, might be able to get peace with them, but that's only if they hate someone else more. Actually, I know that I said that I would end the episode here, but
For
just
Verena
quite a bit
and
going on. I'm
Rome.
gonna actually see if I can gift this settlement to them in exchange for peace.
Bring them death.
Enables frostfire attacks. Okay. And
The
Occupado.
empire expands.
Faction destroyed. How do you feel
My
now?
wings come. They only do
Now it's
when
only
they
going
want
down to
something.
3. Okay. If I give you peace, and I can only give you Fildorf, that's BS. Yeah. This is not my fault, AI. The war with your cousin is your cousin's fault. Why do you not have any brain cells to understand that? I would love to be your true friend, but your friends are making it difficult. Alright, I can only get one of these agreements, unfortunately. We'll do this because it just gets us some money as well. Actually, never mind. If I did that, then I would also be trespassing, so we will get the military access. And 1 gold. Just because you're being difficult, I'm gonna make you do that. Alright. Now he's liking me more, thank you very much. I have military access, so I'm not trespassing in the territory.
Amethyst magistrate.
I cannot force March to heal in my territory, so be it.
Yes, my lord.
You're gonna come down here, thankfully you're no longer taking attrition there.
To the provinces.
Build that up.
Who calls?
Okay. So the recruitment is all, yeah. Definitely should have
By the comet.
put some thought into that. Oh well. Look at that, you guys got an extra turn out of it. Oh, this is gonna be very irritating. Fighting the dwarves is not fun. However, I do have a lot of artillery, and the dwarves walk very slowly, and they have no cavalry, so I will be able to shoot a lot of them, and that does make me feel a bit better. if you would like to join in that bloodshed. I'm gonna try to peace out with them as soon as I can, because it's not gonna do me any favors to actually have military actions against them, because I'm surrounded by other dwarves, and also down on the other mountain range, more dwarves. You have 2 stacks there. Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you take me for
That's a full
wizard?
stack.
You're not worth
14 stack and a
You
15
what?
stack. Alright. I'm gonna go be annoyed without recording. Save you all the trouble of listening to me. And if you would like to join in my suffering for the next episode, I would greatly appreciate it. Any comments, suggestions, pieces of advice, anything like that. I'm gonna try to think of a few ways to get around the dwarves, or just straight go through them if I absolutely have to. Unfortunately, it is looking that way. Thankfully, you are completely disregarding the fact that I'm at war with... I'm sorry, what?
Men look askance
Neutral now,
at my
okay.
scythe, a shadow of their deaths to come.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to think of ways to get around that. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Peace to all, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Why do I suffer?